Hey, hey, I put my heart and soul in this game and got nothing. Chasing after carrots, but my stomach's still rumbling. Life is the game, but it's rigged like the oil. It's always get the money, but it never stays loyal. Saw my parents pinch pennies to lose it all regardless. Taught me live tomorrow, cause tomorrow's...
So happy to have you today. Welcome to the Cancast.
Thank you.
How have you been?
Good, man. Good to be here. You know, appreciate the invite, honestly. I actually saw an interview you did with Jamin the other week.
Yes.
And I did a performance just in February in Brampton, and he was like the MC for the event. So that's where I ran into him. Yeah. So it's good to see you working with different people in the community, you know, and showing them, giving them an opportunity on your podcast.
Yeah, right. I just want to give intellectual information about different careers to the people so they can take the knowledge and do whatever thing they want to do.
Yeah.
Right. If they want to go for the police, I have done with the Peel region and all that stuff. That's why I'm doing with the different people in different profession.
Right. Yeah. So people can see like what actual like opportunities and options are out there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do you think America has more opportunities?
Yeah, America has more opportunities than pretty much everything, you know?
Yeah.
Everything's just bigger in America.
Yeah.
I was actually born in America, in Florida.
Why did you came here, man?
No, my family moved when I was a little kid, like a baby, because they weren't citizens and they had some immigration issues. So then they became citizens here in Canada through like sponsorship. Okay. You know, when you have like a family member, it's easier to get citizenship in Canada, especially back then. Like this is like over 20 years ago, you know? So yeah, they moved here way back then. So then, but because of that, I got dual citizenship, America and Canada.
Yeah.
So my plan would definitely be to start here, but then to do shows and perform and do events in America, because there's a lot of opportunities. Here we only have so many big cities, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, whatever, and they're far, you know, like you have to fly a lot. In America, a lot of the stuff is close by and like a lot of population. So yeah, there's a lot more money to be made in America, and hip hop especially started in America. So that's where it like it's always going to be big, you know? But still, like I would make my base here and then go there.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. So you want to promote your city and your country, right?
Yeah, that's who I always promote, like Brampton, Toronto, my music. Actually, just end of last year, myself and a bunch of other people from Brampton, they named us like Brampton Artist Ambassadors. That's like the struggle of trying to like get your name out and stuff. You have to really put it out there, you know, maybe not be in always the best situations.
What are the components do you need to make a rap? Lyrics, I think so, is the main key.
Yeah, lyrics. And I mean, rap, it's supposed to rhyme. That should be the key, I think, you know?
Yeah.
If it rhymes and it's lyrics, that's pretty good. Nowadays, like a lot of people sing more when they rap, you know, it's like a mix, a lot of auto-tune. So I can't even say you have to be like so like punchy, because it's a lot of variants. But yeah, like if it's a rap, it's got to have lyrics, you know, over the music, and then yeah, just make it rhyme. That's about it.
How do you improve your lyrics day by day? Do you listen to your own songs and find mistakes or something like that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Every time I listen to my music, I think this could have been better. This could have been better, because I think it's like art. There's no perfection, you know. There's certain things like the notes correct and that, but nowadays everything's so electronic. That stuff's easy to make sure the actual theory is right. But in rap, like it's all about the feeling, you know, and it's a voice. Like there's no right or wrong way to say something or pronounce it or deliver it. So I always feel like I'm getting better, you know, which is, I think is a good thing. Like if you just felt like you were the best, then that means you peaked. Then everything after is going to be downhill, you know?
Right.
So for me, I just feel like, yeah, I'm always getting better. So when I look back, I'm like, yeah, this could have been better. This line, I could have said this here, or I could have said this way, you know? I'm also, I started in rapping, you know, I never got into singing, but now I'm taking like singing lessons slowly. So trying to get better at that, because there's a lot of crossover with like the singing and rapping, especially nowadays. And yeah, so sometimes I look back like that, but I try not to be like, oh, it was a mistake, you know? Just like, if you never put the song out, like some people, they keep working on the songs and it keeps getting better and better, but they never release it, you know? But at some point with the art, I think you just have to like let it go. And then if you think you can do better, then just do better on the next song.
What is rap for you?
The best way I could put it, like when I was a little kid, when I first discovered rap, we in Canada, back then there was like, you could have cable and you could have like satellite dish. When you have satellite dish, you get a lot more channels, right? So there's this one channel, it's called BET, Black Entertainment Television. They would show music videos on there, right? And there's this famous song by this guy 50 Cent. It's called In the Club.
Yeah,
it's just like a party song. It's just about like popping bottles and being with girls and living life, you know? And I was like 7 years old when I saw the video and I saw that. And I was like, yo, this is like so exciting and fun and like the energy's there, right? And then right after that, there's another song by this guy named Nas. It's a song called I Know I Can. And it's a really like motivational song. The chorus is sung by children and it's all about telling the kids like, I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Like just telling them like, yo, you got to go for your dreams and like, you guys are like kings and queens and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is also rap, you know? It's like the motivation, the inspiration, like the knowledge, like the empowerment. So those two songs for me kind of like combined is rap. It's like a lot of like the glamour, like showing you how like the lifestyle can be if you work hard and how you can make it. And then also giving people the motivation, the inspiration and the tools to help them get there, you know? I think music is like an outlet and, it's like it's with us everywhere, you know? If you ever hear a movie or something without music, it sounds really weird because like music helps tell the story. And so I think the music you listen to helps tell your own story, you know? And I just want to make music that like helps motivate people like that. And for me, that's what rap's always kind of been, you know? It's been like an outlet when like life is like kind of crazy, like music can be there to help you get through it.
In the movies also, when the thriller scene came in, they played a background sound in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Movies.
Yeah. And yeah, if you
To
ever see
feel
those
it more
movies without the
natural or
music, if they ever had the music off, the scene, like the horror movie wouldn't feel scary at all. Exactly. The thriller would just feel like another day in the park. Like it wouldn't feel like intense. Yeah.
When did you write your first rap?
I think I wrote my first one when I was like 11 years old, but that was like just something funny. I remember when I was like 10 or 11, I got stung by a bee. You know, like a bee.
Yeah,
I just got stung by a bee, and I don't know, for some reason I just wrote a rap about it because in Brampton we call Brampton B Town.
What did you wrote?
Because we call Brampton B Town, right?
Yeah.
So like it was something about that, like I got stung by a bee in B Town, like something like that, you know? I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember I like wrote it. This is before like phones and I had a laptop or anything like that.
Something about the soreness also?
Yeah, I remember I was writing about like running away from it and something, like I don't know, but I was like a kid, right? And then I stopped writing after that till high school, which is like 14, 15. And then I saved some money from just like birthdays and stuff. And I bought like a mic when I was in 11th grade. And then I started writing properly. Like every day I would write one verse, like on the way home from school or like, you know, at night or whatever. And then from there, I never stopped, you know, just kept going.
And then after the high school, you thought to choose this as a career, right?
Yeah, I always wished it would be a career. My goal when I started in high school, like I was hoping I would go viral on YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever. And then I would just be able to not go to school and just make music, you know, but it never happened. So after high school, I finished and I went to university and I did like a whole bachelor's in computer science, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. And then at the same time, I was making music in London, Ontario at Western University. And then that was like 4 or 5 years, had like an internship, did all that. And then I still didn't like go viral. You know, my whole thing was like, if at any point, like the music just really blows up, then I could just quit easily, you know, but I can't just quit without money or without any like plan, right? So I graduated university, still didn't blow up. And then I kept working in tech, actually, like not in software dev, but like in IT, made some money like that. And then it still never happened. So then last year I was like, you know, it was finally the time where like I saved up enough that I'm just going to go all in on the music and use my savings from my job and stuff to help me go until I can make the money properly, like sustainably through music and in the music business.
So how is going?
It's going good so far. It's not like fully there yet, so I really just got to push these next few months for this year because I think I can make it happen. Like things have been going really well so far.
You are doing it.
Yeah.
I never listened to many songs in the gym, but I did listen yours. Not for me. Also.
Yeah, not for me is a good one for the gym. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and yeah, like I've been doing a lot of like big shows. Last year I performed at Brampton Canada Day with like the whole city festival. You know, been doing like. Even different things, like I started doing like a class, like a music master class for other artists to learn about the music business and how to run like ads and how to apply for grants and build their brand. I did like like a talk for like Peel District School Board, you know, talking about like similar like this, like, oh, I went to school here and like now I make music and stuff, and just kind of telling them the story, you know, inspiring the youth. So trying different avenues that are around the music to make money, because even the big artists, they're not necessarily making the money straight from the music. They're making it from their shows, guest appearances. They do like club events. They do all these other things, TV sponsorship or something like that. Right. And that's how they actually make a lot more of their money, especially when you're on a label. The label takes most of the show money because they give you like a loan, like an advance to make it, to get all the features, to get all the marketing. And then as the money comes back, you have to like pay them back. So I'm kind of doing the same thing, like just independently, trying to make sure I have all my different sources of income coming in, you know, and not just relying just on the music plays, because that's hard as an artist to just do one thing. You have to do a lot of different things.
As you told about the label, you never thought about to go on a label?
Yes, I guess some people might like pitch and try like really hard to go on a label. I've seen some people who are like my level or like not as big on labels, and I haven't seen them get the push just yet. But obviously, if they get like one good song, the label will just blow them up, you know? There's also this interesting study that happened during the pandemic times. Is that like I guess in 2020 and 2021, 1 in 3 major artists that got signed to 1 in 3 artists that got signed to major labels got found on TikTok. So the labels aren't even like discovering the artists from the ground level. Like these artists are going viral on TikTok, getting like 10 million views, 500,000 followers. Then the label's saying, oh, like come sign with us, you know, after the artist kind of did all the work. So nowadays it's more like the artist has to do a lot on their own before the label is really going to help them, I think. So yeah, that's my perspective. Is right now I'm more in that independent mode, and a label would be nice because they have all the connections. So maybe we can make that happen. But for now, I'm not like going for it. I'm just going my own way. But if they come, then we'll see.
Do label help you in your career?
Yeah, there's
music industry.
Yeah, because there's certain opportunities that only like labels really have the connections with. For example, you know, in America, there's a lot of like late night talk shows, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, these types of things. Even like Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres. Those usually come through labels because those are like some big director at that corporation, that network, TV network, probably knows someone at the label and says, oh, we'll put this artist on, you know? As an independent artist, those types of opportunities are a lot harder to book because those are like very connection based. They only have so many slots on each show and like how many artists can go. So that it's rare that they just pick a random person, unless you go really viral and then you just capitalize on that virality for whatever that month is, you know? You can really do some stuff there, but yeah, labels still have the power of that, is like those big connections, things like that. They'll help you probably push you more if you want to get like a Grammy, you know, like certain awards and big things like that. Just perform at like NBA playoffs or like All-Star game or, you know, Super Bowl, those things. You got to be like on a label for those types of things.
I'm thinking that it's so hard, right?
Yeah.
As you are grinding from so many years, it's hard.
It's hard, yeah, exactly. And yeah, at the top level, you don't see too many like fully independent artists at the very top. Everyone at the very top is all signed to a label because I think it's just the way the music industry is. They built it so that you need them. Like they kind of have a monopoly on the marketing and the market itself.
You never got demotivated? Like, I need to stop this now. I have to focus on the real life or something like that.
Yeah. No, always. Yeah, a lot of times, man, for sure. But I would say like I've been making music for a really long time, right? Like over 10 years now, basically. And halfway through, like when I was in uni, like it definitely was like the low point, because when I was in high school, it started off good because I was just excited to do it. But then after a few years of not getting any traction and having like less and less people watch because it's just getting tiring or whatever, I just felt like, yeah, I felt like that, you know, demotivated. Like, where is this going? Like, how am I going to make it? So there was definitely long periods of time in between where I didn't put out as much music. I wasn't making as much content, but that becomes like a snowball effect where if you don't put in a lot of effort, you're not going to get a lot of attention back, you know? Right. So like that's something I've really like learned over the last couple of years, is like your audience, they like will believe in you as much as you believe in yourself, you know? So luckily, like after that was kind of like 5 years ago when I felt like I was at the lowest point. And that's really around the time when I said, I gave myself like 5 years basically, and I was like, if I don't go viral, then I'm gonna quit my job and like I'm gonna do this. So with that, I kind of gave myself like this thing to look forward to, or like this deadline, and I knew I had to just work towards it. So I started just doing whatever I can, just like reaching out to other artists or people, trying to connect, and slowly, one by one, just kind of built connections. And then like once you get that feedback, like people commenting, actually like messaging you, responding, it gives you like positive feedback. Yeah. And then that gives you the motivation. So now like I have so many people, like even from like around the world, like in India and stuff, and I haven't even met them, and they like support my music and message me and stuff. So the motivation just keeps coming. Still, there's days where it's like, I wish I was bigger than I am. I should already have made it and stuff. But I think if I stop, then that's never gonna happen, you know. So I just try to remind myself that I got to keep going, and if I keep going, then it might happen. But if I stop, then it'll never happen, you know.
Yeah, there's a song of G-Eazy.
Yeah, G-Eazy.
The song name is Easy. If it would be easy, everyone can do it.
Oh yeah.
Did you heard that song?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think so.
That's exactly it, though. Yeah.
Things take time. It takes time, right?
Yeah.
Just you have to do consistently, because you don't know when one song go viral.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know when.
You never know exactly.
How much money does it take to shoot a good video, good content?
You know what? I would say it varies. Like this, I would say the standard is like 2,000 and up, probably, for like pretty like proper quality videos. Especially when you work with like people in Brampton and like the Indian like Punjabi scene, like videos cost a lot. Like they're very cinematic, and you wouldn't probably get as many special effects as the one I had in Not For Me.
Yeah.
And yeah, they cost a lot, but that's because the industry is built like that. Whatever kind of the average rates are, people follow those, you know, and it's hard to tell someone like, yo, like do less, you know, because
bargaining on it.
Yeah, because like it's not like a product or something where there's a value attached to like the price of bread or the price of this, right? The price comes from like their experience, and like it's not even, you can't even say how much time it'll take, because every project will take different time, you know. So it's tricky like that. But luckily with the 24K, that one was not 2,000. I try to work with people who are like cheaper than that, just because like I quit my job and I'm trying to like make things work on a budget, right? So that one with like all the model and the props and like the location and stuff is like 1,500. Yeah. But when I started, I was trying to work with people to make videos for like 200, 300, you know. But then
With
slowly,
the newcomers.
yeah, and then slowly you gotta like just, you know, level up and make sure your quality represents like the quality of the music too.
Right. And you produce music by yourself?
The music itself, no, I work with other producers. Yeah, I mainly like to focus on the rapping and the writing. That's what I always loved about rap, was the lyricism and like the actual words, you know. Of course, I like the music too, but there's a lot, like there's so much you can do with the music. So I kind of always told myself that if I started producing the music, it would just take up too much time. Like it would be never ending, and I would get into that habit of like not releasing stuff because there's always something to change. So I'd rather work with producers who like make the music, and then when the beat's done, I just come in and write the lyrics and record, you know.
So Spitty, who is your favorite rapper?
Who's my favorite rapper?
Yeah.
My favorite rapper of all time is this guy Lupe Fiasco.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's more like underground, I guess you could say. But he used to be really big, like in the mid 2000s. Yeah, and he still raps now, not as much though. But he's like a legendary like lyricist and rapper. He actually started teaching like a university class on like hip hop and stuff. That's how like deep he was into it. Yeah, but more modern artists I really like are like J. Cole.
Yeah,
you know,
like him.
Kendrick Lamar, JID, Denzel Curry. Yeah.
Do you know NF?
Yeah, actually, I haven't listened to too much NF, but recently a lot of people have been comparing me to NF. So I need to listen to him.
Yeah, he's so good, I think.
Yeah.
Because he always do dark music.
Yeah.
You heard it?
I've heard there was this one new song I heard. He was rapping and he was like walking up the carpet or something.
Like
and
Moto.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moto.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get into NF for sure, because a lot of people have been telling me about him actually.
Yeah, I think so. He's so good. He's my favorite artist. And
Okay.
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby, yeah. Lil Baby's sick, yeah.
The Emotionally Scared is my favorite song.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a motivation song.
Yeah. Lil Baby is crazy, man. His delivery and stuff. He's from Atlanta.
So you started your career 2 years ago on the YouTube.
No, I started a long time ago.
On the YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube too. I first started my music on YouTube. Yeah, in high school.
Okay, I saw there is a song Lockdown.
Yeah,
That's
Lockdown.
the oldest song I have found on
Yeah,
YouTube.
that makes sense because all the other stuff is private. Yeah. That Lockdown came out in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, on YouTube it probably shows 2 years ago. That makes sense. Yeah.
Do you love money? Like,
Do I love
getting
money?
rich and all that stuff? You want to be millionaire, billionaire?
Yeah, I think it's part of it. I think I would want it because I feel like I would use it for the right reasons, you know? And I feel like a lot of other people who have it just want it, especially in rap, just want it for themselves, and they get a bunch of money and blow
That's
it
why
blow
I
it at the
ask you,
strip
you
club
don't
or something.
want to buy diamond chains and all that stuff.
I mean, I got chance. Like it's only silver though, you know. So it's like, nah, I like more simple things, I guess. But it's like it's probably a balance, you know. I feel like if I did somehow just suddenly get a bunch of money, I probably would like spend some of it on some nice Jordans or some crazy chain or like nice house or who knows what, right? Like or a crazy thing. But I also like crazy experiences, you know. Like one time I backpacked in Vietnam and Thailand and stuff.
Oh.
So like if I had crazy money, maybe I would like
Travel?
Yeah, travel in some villas in like Italy or something, you know, or like live in fancy places. Yeah.
Doing world tour.
Making music videos in some castle in France or something, you know, like that'd be cool. Yeah.
And what do you think about fame? Do you want too much fame in your life?
Yeah, a lot of people say they just want the money and they don't want the fame, you know, but for me, I can't lie. Like, no, I like it. Like, I like being around people. I'm a pretty social person. And like, I think there's an aspect of fame that I'm not at yet, but I'm sure people get to where like people just want things from you and they pretend like they like you or whatever. And they just hang around you to like get stuff out of you, or you're just there, or people are only around you because of your fame, I guess to say.
Right.
So maybe it gets tricky then because it gets hard to figure out who's really genuine and who's just there for the wrong reasons. But for me, I guess I would want fame or whatever because I'm looking at it more like I want to do big shows, you know, and have like a big audience and like have a lot of people who just want to have fun and like listen to the music.
You want to experience that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Do like a big festival show or something. Like I've seen a lot of artists and like in person or just online do these things and like seems like the craziest experience, you know. And I've had like smaller tastes of it at smaller festivals and things, so you know, just kind of building the steps to get in there. One time I saw Sidhu, rest in peace to Sidhu, but I saw him at Chinguzi Park. You know Chinguzi Park in Brampton?
Yeah.
He just came to play volleyball. I was playing volleyball there actually.
Yeah, I saw the video on his Instagram also.
But what?
That playing volleyball.
Oh, playing volleyball. Yeah, maybe it was that same day. This is like few years back, 2019, I guess. But I didn't go say hi because he was just there with his friends. I wanted to just let him do his thing, you know.
You didn't go to him?
Nah, I didn't go to him.
No?
Nah, I don't always want to be like that person that just like goes up and stuff. But nah, there's a lot of people who are like on the come up who have like, you know, I was talking about like million monthly listeners or like 500K on YouTube or on TikTok or whatever. And I'm starting to interact with these people and like meet them at different events and stuff, or they're performing at the same show. So definitely just like building up towards it, you know. If you ever catch one of those big people like Drake or whoever and they give you the right shout out, that could be like game changing, you know. Yeah. So one of those would be nice one day.
So have you ever heard Sidhu Moosewala songs?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I grew up in Brampton, so like, and I live in, I used to live in Ray Lawson, like right near Sheridan College. So that was like every morning you just hear that, you know, morning, noon, and night. Yeah.
In the cars.
Yeah, but I don't speak Punjabi. I don't speak any Indian languages that well. So I would listen. Yeah, for sure, you know. And even like as he got like a lot more popular and like especially now with like a lot of other artists getting big, like people in Brampton like of other ethnicities, they also listen to the music too because it's so popular and everyone bumps it at their like school events and dances and stuff. So it's all mixed. Basically. Yeah, exactly. He collabed with like this Toronto artist also, Block Boy Twitch, I think his name. Yeah.
And he did collab with Drake also.
That didn't come out, right?
Yeah, it didn't come out yet. But it will. His father posted the picture long time ago.
Oh, really?
It will come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He did a bunch. He did a collab with this UK artist too, Stefflon Don.
Yeah. So you did approach to Punjabi people?
Not too much, no. because I don't know too many like that, and like sometimes I feel like I see them and they're already big, you know, like like they just blow up out of nowhere. Like I guess like Shub's from Brampton too.
No, he's from, I think so, Vancouver.
Oh, he's from Vancouver.
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But he's not from Brampton.
But sometimes I just feel like I never heard of them, and then I hear them like pretty fast, you know?
He just dropped hits. How many songs did he drop? 5, 6.
Not even that many, but like less than 10. Yeah.
And 100 million, 20, 50 million, too much.
Yeah. So it's
in India, he's so popular.
Yeah. So you never know. Like, just got to keep going.
Did your parents support you?
Yeah. So
they didn't said that this is not the career you're gonna earn whole your life or something like that.
So I would say like when I started in high school, they definitely just thought it was like a side thing, like a hobby for fun, you know? And they didn't think I was gonna ever do that full time. And then when I was in high school, I there was these contests, like it'd be like, oh, make a creative video or something about mental health or about financial literacy or whatever. And I would start entering them with rap videos, and I started winning to some of them, you know, started making money, like they'd be like cash prizes. And so, and I didn't even see any of that money. I think because I didn't have a bank, like access to my bank account. I think my parents just put it towards my tuition. But basically they saw like, oh, this is like a good creative outlet. Like he's getting some stuff out of it. And then I was still going to go to university for computer science and that. So they just figured like I was going to do this on the side and eventually, you know, go into the tech world properly. And then when I graduated and like I moved back to Brampton and I was working and doing the music mostly and not really paying attention to my job, I think they kind of like slowly just started to see like where my passions were and like what everything, like where my energy was really going. And because of that, eventually when I told them like I'm gonna quit my job and just go full-time into music, they were already like, yeah, like it's pretty clear like you didn't care and stuff. And like my parents are like they're pretty chill, which is pretty good. Like I guess some parents might be like super strict or like be like, yo, you can't do this or whatever, but also I'm like a pretty like stubborn person too. Like so if for some reason it got to that point where they were like, yo, you can't do this, then like I would just probably do it anyways, you know, like go live on my own. Like I built up the savings and stuff so that I knew I was like I could be self-sufficient at least for like a year and just try and grind it out, you know. So I wasn't like I didn't have that like that worry, but yeah, luckily now my parents are chill and like they're super supportive. They come to some of my big shows and stuff. Like they'll come in, a lot of the other like aunties and uncles will come and like support, so it's good vibes, you know.
Yeah, I think so. They care about you when this stops you.
Yeah,
because they didn't know, right? They are from old culture and they don't know about the hip hop, rap, and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then another good thing is like now, like when their friends and like other relatives are like praising me or like saying like, oh, he's doing something like so unique or different and stuff, like then they feel good, you know, they get like that validation or whatever. So
same here.
Yeah. So it's all good, you know. And like, yeah, I mean, especially in Gujarati, like in Punjabi culture is different. There's a lot of artists, I guess, but I don't know any other Gujarati people that are making music, especially rap, like in English here. So it's a new experience for me too, and like for all of them. So like, yeah, we're just kind of going through it together. But the good thing about actually going to university and all that is I always have that backup plan. Like if all else fails, if I just give up, I can always go back and just do tech and stuff. I don't really see myself ever going back to that. But I planned it like that, you know, so I could always just be safe. So like with that, like the music can always like, I can really just try and go for it. And like, if I fail, like it's not going to be the end of the world, you know?
Because you already have done the masters.
Yeah.
Right? So you have an option also.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you will do that. You will do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the options, just, safety net, just in case. Just in case, yeah. Who knows?
But you will do.
Yeah.
I heard your song. You are doing good.
I appreciate it, man. So, yeah.
Very nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
At the end of the podcast.
Damn, that was fast.
There's one more question I want to ask. That if someone who is planning to be a rapper in the future, what are the tips you want to give him in the starting to start?
Start is just the first key is to start. That's really the key, is to start and to practice, you know? For me, like ever since I heard that 50 Cent and Nas song when I was like 7 years old, I wanted to rap, but I didn't properly really try till high school, like almost 10 years later, you know? And if I just, I mean, I didn't have to, but if I did actually just start trying early on and really practicing, I would have been a lot better, quicker, you know? So that's just the first step with rap or with anything, is like just try, practice, like look at the people who you like to listen to and try to like be like them, practice. And also like show some people around you, you know, people who you trust, your friends or your family or your partner or whatever, like get some feedback, you know. Like I was like super nervous when I first started. I was like, I was nervous to share with people, but then I would just go and like upload it on YouTube for the world to see without getting like proper feedback to fix it, you know. And then it's too late when it's public. So it's like practice, you know, get some feedback, and then from there just start trying, you know, put it out, go to like, there's a lot of open mic events where you can perform for free and get some experience and meet some other artists and keep growing.
So Spitty, do some rap.
Yeah,
we want to hear something.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it for sure. When should I start? Anytime?
Anytime, man.
All right, right here. Hey, I put my heart and soul on this game and got nothing. Chasing after carrots, but my stomach's still rumbling. Life is the game, but it's rigged like the oil. It's always get the money, but it never stays loyal. Saw my parents pinch pennies to lose it all regardless. Taught me live tomorrow, cause tomorrow's not promised. All my neighbors get robbed by people we know. It's hard to tell the difference from a friend and a foe. Saw Polly burn out, soul gone to the next. Wondering how fast can I push it before death. Saw success for myself, lot of wealth all amassed. Hope I got a bright future, cause I got a dark past. Yo, dedicated to my craft overly, so I've been warming up. Everybody says a blow. In my heart, know I got room for improvement. I'ma go prove it till the road's booming.
Wow, man.
Let's go.
That's amazing, bro. That's
appreciate
amazing.
it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Bro, pause that right away. Thanks, man. Thanks.
No worries,
coming.
yeah.
Thanks for coming. Enjoyed so much.
Is that it?
How was it?
That was great, yeah. No, it was fun.
That's very good.